maybe in some small way, we tilted the world in the direction it should go. And what would happen if all of us began to live our lives fully alive, choosing to live our most heroic lives, and choosing acts of heroism that may seem small in the backdrop of human history, that they're significant to the person whose life is touched by us. I wonder tonight, or today, how many of us have dreams that are trapped inside of us waiting to be lived? Dreams that are trapped under rubble and failure and fear. I wonder how many people whose lives we have been entrusted with who need us to begin to pull the boulders away to bring their dreams to the surface and to life. I've always had this dream, and I've wanted to take storytelling and taking it on the film and learning how to do that and being part of that. And I had a friend who writes for a TV show called Dexter, and I know it's not a show that Jesus watches. But Scott is a great friend, and he called me and goes, Erwin, I'm working on a pilot. It's about an assassin, and I wrote it with you in mind. I'm not sure what that means, but somehow everybody who knows me understands that. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, well, I'd like for you to play the assassin. I thought, I've always wanted to be an assassin. Play an assassin. And so I went through months and months of stunt training. My friend Ian helped me learn how to fall without breaking things. Only missed the map a few times, very beautiful. And I learned how to flip, different things like that. And then another guy who's an international government peacekeeper taught me how to use a weapon. And peace is a strange thing. And so I learned how to shoot a gun. And then my friend Demora took me to his acting coach, and that was also interesting. And I wanted to do my own stunt, because I thought that'd be authentic. Right? And this big 6'7" guy or something like that, 300 pounds, he beats me up. I was really good at getting beat up. It was like I was a natural. and then he's supposed to throw me through a window in this skyscraper. And of course they won't let me go 5 stories down, so we have a professional guy, but I wanted to go through the glass. And honestly, I thought it was like Hollywood glass, candy glass, safe glass. That looks dangerous. I love that. I love when it looks dangerous, but it's not. And then we came to the day of the shooting, and they had 3 panes of glass, and I said, well, it'll be okay. And they're talking about how dangerous it is. It's just candy glass. And like, you understand, Erwin, we can't use candy glass. We have to use real glass. Well, why? Because they won't break right. It'll look inauthentic on the film, and this is really important. And I said, so what do I do? Do I just jump? Or does he throw me? He goes, you have to jump. You have to jump head first. You have to hit that glass with your face. And then it'll break. He goes, oh no. It's so thick, you'll just bounce right off of it. And I said, well, how will it break? And he said, well, we have a detonation team. They're going to set explosives in corners. And the moment your face hits the glass, you're going to blow it up. I don't need this. And I said, oh, no, I'll do it. They said, why do you have 3 panes? And they said, in case it doesn't work the first time or the second time. And I said, no, this is going to be a one-take thing, I promise you. I'm telling you, I can feel it. And my heart was pounding. I was scared to death. Boba Fett was on set. Boba Fett. I couldn't, cower out with Boba Fett there. And I heard them arguing about not letting me do the stunts, and I'm not a professional, I've never done this before, and it's really dangerous. And the guy who owns the detonation company said I didn't sleep all night. This is the most dangerous stunt that I do. And then I met the professional stunt man who's going to actually fall out the window after I go through the glass. And he had a huge, huge scar across his neck, 20-something stitches. And I said, how did that happen? He goes, doing the stunt you're about to do. He said, I was in Istanbul, and the glass didn't break right. It guillotined me. And they had to sew me up without any anesthesia right that moment, or I would have died. And I said, all right, I'm good, let's do this. And then they said, clear the set! And usually clear the set just means clear the set, but everybody's still there. Clear the set this time, and clear the set! Everybody's leaving! Where are they going? Well, it's dangerous, we don't want to put them in danger. Then they had a blanket and cover the camera guys, and I had this cool idea of putting the camera under me so I could fly over the camera so they could see it until I realized that it had other implications. expectations. And then right before I jump, they start giving me details. I'm not good at details. I said, close your eyes or you'll go blind. And then, oh, don't forget, close your mouth or you'll die. And you'll swallow the glass and it'll be painful. And I'm going, all right. So the guy says, I'm going to count 3, 2, 1. And my heart's pounding. I don't even know if I'm going to jump, to be honest with you. I think, oh, this is going to be so humiliating. I hear 3, 2, 1. And I don't even remember jumping. I just remember my face hitting the glass. That I remember. Bam! Then I heard, bam! And then I went flying through as if that explosion jettisoned me through. And I looked back and realized in that moment I learned something about the way God works. That most of the time we want God to do for us what He will not do for us. We want Him to do for us what we know we can't do before we do what we must do. But see, there are things in life that God calls us to that we must jump and step into that moment of fear and trust that God will literally detonate and destroy every obstacle to get us to the life we're supposed to have. Let me tell you, I don't want you leaving here going, oh Jesus, detonate for me so I can live my dream. I want you to become the detonator to start destroying the obstacles that keep others from living the dreams they were created to live. That is spiritual leadership. And last night, so I love seeing people's dreams become life. And I met this little girl when she was born, because she's my girl. And she was always really shy, and she would sing with me, and she would sing in the garage, but she wouldn't sing for anyone. When I walked into, I think it was her 3rd grade class, on the wall was her little notebook, paper stuff, and said, one day I'm going to sing around the world, and these are the songs I've written. And I didn't even know Mariah had in her mind 10, 12 different songs she'd written, but she would sing in front of anyone in the world. And so when she was 14, I said, I want you to make a deal with me. I want you to sing every time I ask you. And she said, okay, I'll do that for a year. And inside of this little girl's heart wasn't really just a voice that was unique and unorthodox and haunting, but there was lyrics and stories to be told. And for me, one of the greatest joys is to not only know Jonathan, but to be a part of my daughter Mariah's life. And I asked her if she would close us with one of the songs that they wrote together. And just a small reminder, in small packages, there are great dreams.